Hey everyone, Michelle Alexandria here with a quick review of Grimm, the final season, episode 602. I'm going to recap it. So here's the thing. I love the cast of Grimm. I get a chance to hang out with them every year at NBC's annual digital network party at SDCC. And they are a lot of fun. They never take themselves too seriously. They really down to earth. I want them to succeed. And let me tell you a funny story about Silas Weir Mitchell. Last year, I had a free day at San Diego Comic-Con. I was taking Sunday off. I had no interviews. And I was telling him, hey, I'm going to go to SeaWorld. And I was so excited because I've been to San Diego Comic-Con 6 years in a row, and I've never been to SeaWorld. So I really wanted to go. And I was so excited. And he gave me this look, and he told me I shouldn't be going to SeaWorld. And I'm like, why? It's SeaWorld, it's dolphins. And he gives me this 10-minute spiel about how evil SeaWorld is. And I was like so dejected because I was like, I just want to see some dolphins. Can I see some dolphins without having to boycott SeaWorld? So that's kind of the type of conversations I have at SDCC with some people. But Silas is still a great guy. He's really funny. When he wants to be. So anyway, I have been following Grimm since the very beginning, and I really love this show, but I also run hot and cold on it because I love the cast. I love every single character on this show, and I can't say that about too many shows, but the problem is the mythology arc is confusing, it drags everything else down because I'm like, I don't understand who the Western Council is, who the Warriors are, the Resistance. I don't care about any of that stuff, which is why I really only like the non-mythology episodes. I like the Monster of the Week episodes on this show. With that said, the final season has been a barn burner so far. The first two episodes have just been stellar because they don't have to do any more build up. Everything's in place, and now it's just balls to the wall. Action, adventure is just everything I love about Grimm. And we get to see the super team together, just working it out. And episode 202 starts off right where episode 201 left off. So basically, the quote for this episode is, man is not what he thinks he is what he hides. So the episode starts off right where the last episode left off, with everyone trapped in Buzz refrigerator shop, or whatever, mechanic shop, whatever you want to call it. And they're trying to figure out a way out. Trouble wants to actually fight a way out because that's who Trouble is. She always wants to fight. And Nick is like, he wants to give up. But before they can fight, Marone tells everyone that he has to tell everyone that Rosalie is pregnant. And everyone's shocked and happy. And then that's when Nick says he wants to give up. However, before they need to make that decision, our super duo, Wu and Hank, come to the rescue, and they arrest Renard for the murder or for Rachel's murder, and haul his ass into the precinct, and we get the nice perp walk into the precinct while everyone else is standing around trying to figure out what to do about Nick and his crew. And of course the SWAT team decides, hey, we're going in anyway. So the SWAT team goes in, they arrest Nick, and one of the members grabs the death stick, and the death stick does something that knocks every SWAT team member out cold. And you wonder why the death stick didn't also knock out all of Nick's friends. That's not, I wonder if that's going to get addressed in this episode. So that was really interesting. What happened? They escaped by dressing up as members of the SWAT team, and they run for the sewers. Down in the sewers, everyone, Julia tells Nick that he needs to be apart from the stick for a while because he doesn't understand the stick's power, but the stick clearly has a hold on him. He's addicted to the stick, and he doesn't want to give up the stick. So we have all of that stuff going on. Meanwhile, Monroe and Rosalie head back to the spice shop and try to act normal. Adeline calls them up and wants them to watch their kids. And Monroe and their diva spawn Diane are really funny together. He is rightfully scared of her. And he doesn't want to be left alone. So one of the running jokes in the episode is Monroe is constantly left alone with that creepy Diana, and it's really funny. So they spend the episode trying to figure out what the scroll means, and Diana is the one who has the power to actually read the scroll. So she reads it, writes down some information, writes down what the glyphs are, but no one can understand what the glyphs mean, and that's going to be a main driver for the next few episodes to figure out what that means. Meanwhile, Renard is in prison. And he's trying to find a way out. He asks Adeline to be his alibi, but Adeline refuses. It leaves him stuck in prison. Nick decides that the only way he could get out of the situation is to cut a deal with Renard. So they do some blood oath magic work and cut a deal where Adeline has to testify for Renard to get Renard out of jail. And once Renard is out of jail, then he would free Nick. He would free Nick and reinstate Nick onto the police force. I thought that was actually a brilliant way to kind of get out of the box that they wrote themselves into. But there's a twist, because at the end, they speed up Renard. It turns out Renard actually has the bench stacked in his favor. He has the judge in his pocket and the prosecutors in his pocket. So they just let him walk anyway, which means he gets off. He doesn't have to stick to the blood oath, and he's going to go after Nick and his crew with a vengeance. And the first thing he does is he fires Hank and Wu, and that's how the episode ends. So there you go. That's Grimm Season 2, Episode 201 recap. It was a really fun episode. I love this episode to death. So far the season is really clicking. I like the fact that it's not been that so far we're not getting any more the Western Council or any of the strange myth art, because all of that's seems to be done and over with, and we can just get right down to serious business. So I'm not sure how they can keep this pace for the next 11 episodes, but I'm fully down, and I've actually already seen the first 6 episodes, so I'm going to be recapping those in a bit, and hopefully these recaps will get better for you guys. If you like this recap, please subscribe to the channel and hit the like button, and tell me what your favorite Grimm moments have been in the last 6 seasons. I would be curious. NBC will be looking at these comments as well. So leave your thoughts, opinions, and everything else in between, but try to be positive. Anyway, bye. Oh, and Grimm airs every Friday night at 9 p.m., I think. Or is it 8 p.m.? I think it's 8 p.m. Maybe it's 9 p.m. I don't know. But it airs Friday nights on NBC's. I think it actually is an 8 p.m. show. And how this show gets away with half the stuff it does at 8 p.m. amazes me. So anyway, check it out. Grimm, Friday nights on NBC. Bye.